Look here. We got Wyoming this week in Colorado. And at FIU, they got Delaware. Now, I've seen Delaware versus Colorado. I've seen Delaware beat UConn this weekend. Big boy game. I seen FIU go to Penn State. Really played some great ball. Came back home. Beat FAU. Broke a 6 or 7 game win streak for them. So it's a lot going on in college football. Seen DJ Lagway. Stank it up. Seeing Arch Manning. Stank it up. So right now, y'all, we looking at it as who's who in college football, y'all. Who is really who? Who the real big dogs? I know they got all these rankings out and all that, but no, who really like that? And for Colorado, now we're getting to the point, who gonna start? Who is the quarterback going forward? Will we actually have one? Yeah, hey, Mac, Georgia Tech, put that thump on Clemson. So who is what, y'all? Where are we right now in the grand scheme of things trying to see who is that big dog? And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. Life and football, look, we cover it all. NFL and college. Your favorite team, your favorite coach, your favorite players. So let's jump into it. Does Coach Prime go back to K-Salt? Or does he stick with Ryan? Now, Ryan had his moments. If you left the Delaware State game the way it was, and then put Ryan in, and K-Salt just went, him and Juju went back and forth, K-Salt still would have had it. So right now, are you in a pickle? And I don't even use that type of term. Are you in somewhat of a pickle? Is your back against the wall because we 1-2? We need to start getting these wins in Colorado. Yes, we could have beat Georgia Tech. Yes, Clemson got beat by Georgia Tech. I still don't really think Clemson like that. So that's just me though. I don't really think Clemson like that right now. It's just they got a name on them. They have a name. So that's what they riding on. When you got that name, you good. But whoever Coach Prime decides to start, K-Salt or Ryan, they got to come with it going forward. They got to come with it. We got a 10 o'clock game? Colorado has a 10 o'clock game, y'all. The game is at 10:15 East Coast time. ESPN. 8 o'clock their time. It's a big boy game. It's Wyoming. Wyoming ain't coming to lay down at all. Wyoming coming to dominate. Wyoming, nah. We should win. Because, look, they play Akron and beat them just 10-0. Akron ain't nothing. But they beat them. They beat Akron. Akron has lost to Wyoming, Nebraska, and UAB. So Akron better than what I'm giving them, but it ain't like that. So looking at Wyoming schedule, they beat Akron, they beat UNI. That's a D1 AA. Let's look at their stats. What they stats looking like? Hey. All right, their quarterback has completed 48 balls out of 82. So he's a little bit over 50%. Just a little bit. 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. That ain't pretty much about nothing. Now, the running back, he toting it. Sam Scott toting that thing for 200 yards, 44 yards. Then they got 2 more running backs toting it. Both of them got 130 yards off of 18 carries. So they got 3 backs. Then they got 1 big-time wide receiver, Chris Darr. That's their main go-to guy. So shut the main go-to guy down. shut the run game down, it's pretty much your game. But again, it ain't going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Then they play Utah, and in this game with Utah got with them. Utah got with them. It was 3-0. Now, they held Utah in the first half. It was only 3-0. It's when they came out of halftime, Utah got with them. So at going in halftime, Wyoming was right there. So that let you know they could play some ball a little bit. Now, Utah quarterback threw it 41 times on a 30 yards. Y'all know how I feel about that. You throw the ball 40 times, you need to have 300-plus yards. Now, the quarterback came back and ran it 13 times. So when we get ready to play Utah down the road, you got a quarterback that can run and throw. The running game, they do got a running back that totaled it, but he only had 10 carries. They got another running back that totaled it, had about 13 carries. They just put a whipping on Wyoming. Utah put a whipping on them because they had another guy carried for 6 times. Like, so you had 80 yards, 60 yards, 60 yards. And that was for running backs. Then you had the quarterback had 86 yards. They got one wide receiver that they like to throw to, Ryan Davis. So, hey, it is what it is, y'all. We should beat Wyoming. We should. We should beat Wyoming. And it almost don't matter if it's K-Salt or Ryan. So, whoever you put in, can you see them being the long haul? Can you see them getting ready to play BYU next week? That's what it all come down to. Because this game we should win. We should be 2-2 after this game. 2-2. 2-2. That's how I'm seeing it. 2-2. Now I don't know what it's gonna be. It feel like we should beat Wyoming. They ain't played nobody. When they played somebody, they got whooped. We should whoop them. We should whoop them. Ain't no way around it. We should whoop them. But it's who's gonna be the quarterback? Because if you put Ryan out there, he could do his thing. If you put K-Salt out there, he could do his thing too. So who you going with? Ryan, Maine, what's good? PC. Val C, what's good? Mac, yeah, ALG. EB, what's good? Eddie, what's happening? TK, you said K-Salt needs to start it though. Well, through. But do you leave him the whole way? Do you go ahead and he got the pretty much conference play from here on out? Whoever gets the game, do they get conference play from here on out? And the fact that we could have beat Georgia Tech, I'm mad at that. We should have had that. But hey, 0-1 conference play. Now you didn't want that, but you are there. Everything else is BYU. They not ranked, but could they be? TCU not ranked, but could they be? Iowa State and Utah, both ranked. Arizona got them a win. Are they like that? We don't know until time. West Virginia just beat Pitt, but are they like that? We'll know. Arizona State, not ranked, but they could be K-State. K-State, I don't know what they're going to really be. I don't know what they're going to be. So, when you looking at this thing right now, man, we got a long ways to go, but you definitely need to get some wins from here on out. Already took 2 in the L column. You don't really want to take no more than 2 more. That's some pressure, boy. That's pressure. JB, what's good? Hey, J Will, Mac, yeah, Georgia Tech holding it down, but I still don't know what they are. I still don't really know about them. Randy, what's happening? Hey, it was good. It was good. It was good. Just checking out everything. I was riding past so much stuff. And Florida State is good, but I don't know what Florida State really is until they play Miami. And then I know. Miss Willis was good, but it looked like Florida State got an opportunity to make it to the playoffs. It looked like it. I really don't see nothing stopping Florida State. Let me look at their schedule. Yeah, they got Virginia next Friday, which I think that's a win. They got Miami, that's a big boy game. Pitt, they should win. Stanford, they should win. But they got to go to Stanford. Wake Forest, they should win. Clemson, they should win. Virginia Tech, they should win. North Carolina State, they should win. Florida, they should win. So, only game they really got to me really is Miami. I know Clemson gonna fight, and Florida gonna try to fight. NC State might fight. Virginia Tech, nah. Yeah, Virginia Tech done. Yeah, they pretty just got Miami. So Florida State going back to the playoffs, y'all. Florida State going back to the playoffs. Ain't no way around it. Florida State is going to the playoffs. Walt, you say Juju or K-Salt should start and be the quarterback until the end of the season. Let's ride it. I'm cool with. Well, I don't think they put Juju out there. I think it's gonna be K-Salt. Well, I think this the game that they might go 2 series. And just see how I go. Cause but everybody gotta play better. Everybody gotta play better. Virginia, you said K-Salt can't be worse than Ryan, and Coach Prime didn't pull him like he did K-Salt. Well, he didn't actually pull K-Salt. He let him duke it out, and then Ryan had won that event that day, so maybe he do it again. JD, all eyes gonna be on Coach Prime to see how he do this. All eyes will be on him. Everybody will be watching. Monet, you say seeing Shador standing on the sideline while the Browns are crumbling. It does, but I don't want him out there yet. JB, you say, yeah, I think we stick with K-Salt and fix the issues. But what if it's just some big glaring issues? What if, what if this is the... I ain't gonna say that, but what if this season don't go the way y'all want it to go? The way that I want it to go. Carl, you say Florida State and LSU. LSU just ain't got no offense to me. JB, you said 2 series isn't enough when you keep going 3 and out. Now that's correct, but somebody gotta do what they gotta do. JD, you say Wyoming is a good team. They are, but we should get this game. We should get it. This game is about finding a quarterback. Well, find a quarterback through practice and stick with him. Find a quarterback and stick with him. Let him ride this thing out. On which K-Salt could have won the Delaware game. I don't know how he would have did with Houston. I don't know. I really don't know. Houston had that defense. I told y'all their defense like it was their offense. So, I don't know. Tia says just bring the old team back. Nah, I can't do that, LD. WD, you say let Juju rock out. They won't. It's going to be K-Salt or Ryan. EB, you say I say put K-Salt back at QB1 with him and put your best O-lineman work. I think if K-Salt run. If K-Salt pass. Like, pick one, man, and roll with it. Pick one and roll with it. Just do your thing. Val C. Pick one and roll with it. Pick one and roll with it. FD was good. JB, you say if we can stop the run, it's a wrap. Right. That's with every game. So this game, y'all, is just a warm-up. So whatever you see versus Wyoming, no BYU coming. Then TCU. Then, boy, hey, it's a ride. This is a journey. Carl, you say we got to take it one game at a time and go on a win streak. Well, we definitely need this to be 2-2. I definitely don't want to see Coach Prime at the end of the game saying he took a L. Right, you say can't trust Colorado this week. Too much not knowing who the QB is. And the D-line can't stop nobody. That's what I'm saying. It's getting real, y'all. It's getting real, y'all. Oh, you said K-Salt should be the starter. The OC should call a good game. Houston, not a good defense. They knew it was a run on early downs and then drop, yeah. But Houston, I like Houston defense, though. Then you say, Colin, somebody got to step up. K-Salt has the experience. He just needs to do it. Do him. He do. If he played like he did in 23, we balling. I just don't know, man. We just got to see how this thing go. Double D, you say, speaking of Wyoming, when they gonna put number 9, Dave is off in there. The bro was picking some every practice. It's hard to make that lineup, y'all. It's hard to make that lineup. Gina, you say, Cole, I'm playing. Will Colorado move on from Coach Prime if he lose again? Like those other... Nah. Coach Prime has done so much in so little time with Colorado. This attention they have right now in the past 2 years plus 3 games, they haven't had this probably since the championship year or ever. So, nah, they got to ride this out. And they got a Heisman out of him. And they got Shedeur Sanders up out of him. So, yeah, they got a lot. He's good. Now, if he was to stank it up this year and lose all the rest of the other games, stank it up next year and lose all the other games, then you back at square one. Then they might start saying his seat heating up. But, nah, he good right now. He ain't got too much to worry about. Like, he owned this. He just got to figure out how can they get to 7 wins, 8 wins, or 9 or 10? Can they pull this off? Can K-Salt be what we believed he is or was? Can everybody produce like we believe they can / like they are? But yeah, they done paid him too much money. They done figured they gave him too much money right now. He good. He good right now. TP, what's good? EB, you said, I agree. Stop the run and make sure. Yeah, but that's every game. And they finna pound that thing. Iowa State can run it. BYU can run it. I don't know what TCU about. They can run too, but I think they more of a passing. JP, you say K-Salt should start. And hearing that he was sick the first game, not sure about game 2. Yeah. We about to see. Connecting. You said practice W equals starter. They got to come with it. Malik, you say, why was K-Salt so good in 23, but now he's not? I don't know. In 23, they were balling. 23, the wide receiver that's at Miami, CJ Daniels, he was out there balling with him. They was throwing it, running it. I don't know what it is holding him back. Eddie, you say they paid Prime a lot of money. He has made the city a lot too much. Yeah. He got the spot. He just got to keep it going. Coach Prime got to keep it going. He got to keep it going. FD, you say Coach Prime is a winner. He'll be fine. He got to win now. Like, because we don't want to go back to the 23 year when you had games we could have won, we didn't win. You want to be past that. Ken, you say, Colin, do you think it is the division we are playing in right now? I think everything come out down to that NIL money. That NIL money is a game changer. You got somebody saying they finna give you 100,000, another school saying they give you 300,000. Ooh, you gonna take that cash. Like at the end of the day, you taking that cash because yeah, you want to go pro. You just don't know how it's gonna turn out. So I get the money now. Then you know, kids gonna want to ball. So we need NIL money. I think that's what we really, really need. We can get it for the big time guys, but right now, as far as what we got, we can win. Georgia Tech, we had. Even though Georgia Tech looking like they all that, I can't give it to Georgia Tech because I don't think Clemson like that. So, it's just, we got to work. We got to work right now, and we got to do what we got to do. Play for keys. Yeah, I seen UCLA coach they got him out of there on the Willie Taggart, man. Willie Taggart that's a new rule. It was Tyrone Willingham that gave you 3 years. Now the new rule is Willie Taggart, they'll give you a year and some games into the next year. So maybe a year and 4 games, year and 5, year and 6. but you will be out of there before if it don't look good for certain coaches. So he only got a year and some change. Virginia Tech coach got about 4 or 5 years. So that show you where we at. It just all depends on who you are, what it look like. K-Mo, you say, how is it hard when 10 Vickers was getting his all game and RJ? Well, somebody got hurt. One of the DBs got hurt, I believe. Yeah, but it's still who they believe in. Because y'all got to see that practice. They looking at him at practice like, if Vickers was in, they think he better than whatever else was on the sideline. And really, only Vickers, to me, only really got beat on that one deep ball. Kate, you said Coach Prime needs to make a decision about the quarterbacks and stick to it. He will on this one. I believe he will. Salty, you say now is the time to make moves. You don't want to flip-flop quarterbacks. Correct. Going into BYU, we need to have who we going to have. Val C, you said KB, those gold jacket coaches can play. They can. They just, you got to have a lot. You got to have players and coaches. So right now, somewhere we ain't on the right page on offense and we ain't on the right page on defense. Connect, you say, growth year, no unnecessary growing pains, please. Correct. But we already took one. We had Georgia Tech. We could have had that. Utah game, we was there at halftime. It just didn't go. Y'all, listen, I told y'all we was gonna talk about Willie Simmons this year. Willie Simmons at FIU is that boy. Willie Simmons is him. FIU is 2-1 right now. 2-1 now. They played Bethune. That was Cupcake game, so we won't worry about that. So you went from Bethune is a super cupcake to playing the number 2 team in the nation. Now, do y'all probably don't know because y'all weren't watching them, but when FIU played Penn State and they went to Penn State week 2, they was giving Penn State that work at the first half. First half, y'all. First half, they was giving that work. Second half, they was still giving them that work, but couple plays here and there, it turned the score up. That let me know Willie Simmons is like that, but at the same time, for James Franklin to do all that recruiting and be fighting for all he got versus FIU with Willie Simmons there one from January to now, Penn State ain't like that. I know Willie Simmons is a great coach. I know if he had a big boy school right now, he'll turn that thing out. But that let me know Penn State ain't like that. So a lot of these schools that's up there in that top 25, they just got names. But Willie Simmons is him, y'all. They played FAU. The man know how to coach. He said, look, y'all, check this out. I love how he said in the first half, he said, we didn't play our game. We let FAU play their finesse game. We brought that smash mouth ball. So he said, hey, we brought that smash mouth ball out in the second half and we were bam, bam. Hey, let me tell y'all what his running back, let me tell y'all how good this running back is. How good his O-line is. It's either the running back real good or his O-line real good or it's a mixture of both. FIU ain't playing no games, y'all. Willie Simmons, I tell you this. I don't know Tulane might come out on top and go undefeated, possibly. South Florida got a chance to make the group of 5. But FIU, y'all, Willie Simmons, they're going to love him, y'all. And when I'm telling y'all, they're going to love this man. I ain't trying to get him out of FIU, but FIU better pay him whatever he want to stay after this second season because that boy got some ballers, y'all. Let's look at it. His running back right now has 45 carries, 322 yards, averaging 7.2 yards a carry, 4 touchdowns. Now, my business partner went down to the game, the FIU game. I might go this weekend to the FIU game. He said that the running back could have had about 4 or 5 touchdowns this game. Just that game alone. So they played Delaware. It's going to be a good game. I want to see what happened. All right, the running back so far, the running back in his previous years at FIU, He had in 23, 80 carries, 400 yards, 5 touchdowns. Excuse me. Last year, 92 carries, 300 yards, 5 touchdowns. This year, the man got less carries than both of them seasons. And by the time he makes it up to 80 to 90 carries, he'll have clear over 400 yards. He'll be way over 400 yards by the time he get to 80 carries. So, first game, he ran the ball 11 times, 71 yards. Next game against Penn State, he carried the ball 15 times, 78 yards, y'all. On Penn State. Then last week, he just went off. This game right here, 19 carries, 173. He the man. Willie Simmons got something, y'all. I'm just telling y'all, Willie Simmons is him. He is him. So, this game versus Delaware, that's going to tell a lot for him. And we're going to see what he buy. We're going to see how this Delaware game go. Because, hey, it ain't going to be no pushover game. I already know that because I seen Delaware play. Now, Delaware had them a good game versus UConn. But, y'all, if he could beat Delaware this week, get a bye week, then beat UConn. If he get this win right here, you can go into that bye week feeling good. Then he played UConn, and then after the first week of October, we'll all get to see Willie Simmons on TV because he play on ESPNU, ESPN2, and then the CBS network. So we'll have about 3 games, Tuesday, and a Wednesday in October after the first week. So I'm just telling y'all, Willie Simmons is a big-time coach. And y'all, we about to see this thing go down. People are going to be asking for this man after one season. Watch what I tell you. They're going to have his name as one of the guys they trying to get. But let's look at the top 25. Let me see the top 25. Let's see what they got the top 25. So, top 25 right now, they got Ohio State. Ohio State, to me, still ain't played nobody, y'all. They ain't really played nobody. Penn State, their toughest match was the FIU, LSU. So our top 3 schools in Ohio State, to me, still ain't played nobody. Penn State ain't played nobody. LSU, I really don't feel like that. Miami, I feel good. Miami, I feel real good. Georgia could have lost to Tennessee, so I don't know why Tennessee is at 15 and Georgia is at 5. Because they could have beat Georgia. See, this is why this ranking stuff kind of don't be mattering. Why is Tennessee at 15 and they could have beat Georgia? But I know they're going to say, well, Georgia went into their rank, went into Tennessee and fought hard. I don't care about that. Florida State still ain't played nobody until they play Miami on October the 4th. And then pretty much after that, I don't really like Clemson like that. NC State ain't really like that to me. So, certain schools finna make it, y'all. Certain teams finna make it in the top, the playoffs. But it's just going to be by name, y'all. So, the top 5, you can have Tennessee right up under them. Okay, you got Oregon undefeated, but they ain't played nobody. Florida State still ain't played nobody. Texas at number 8, and they clearly ain't like that. Illinois, they play Indiana. So that'll tell us where them 2 schools at. Texas A&M, they went and played Nebraska hard. I mean Notre Dame. Notre Dame did have 2 big boy games versus Texas A&M and Miami. That's on them. Notre Dame this ain't their year. Oklahoma, they still ain't played nobody, but they got a good team. Iowa State, undefeated, but they don't even respect Iowa State. And they got the most wins right now overall. They got 4. Ole Miss, I think they got a game this week or next week going to tell me where they're at. Alabama at 14, and I just really still don't see Alabama like that. Tennessee should be higher up. Wherever Georgia at, that's where Tennessee at. Georgia undefeated. They should be higher than 18, but still, I don't know what Georgia Tech is because we supposed to have them, but we didn't, and Clemson could have had them, but they didn't. So, Vanderbilt, they holding it down, but I ain't really watched them. Michigan 2-1. They young with that quarterback. Auburn 3-0, but honestly, I don't think nobody really played nobody. And then let's look at the schedules. Because we ain't got in the thick of it. That October is really when this thing goes. So let's look and see who plays somebody this week. Texas Tech and Utah. Yeah, they both. That's a game. Syracuse and Clemson. Neither one of them ranked, but that'll show us where they at. SMU and TCU. That's a game. Oregon should be Oregon State. Oklahoma and Auburn, that could be a game. We'll see. Ole Miss versus Tulane. Now, listen, Tulane could go in there and tear that tail up now. They better come with it. Nebraska and Michigan. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see what that game is. North Carolina got UCF on TV, but I don't really see UCF like that. And North Carolina ain't nothing to me, so, yeah. Who else got a good game? Delaware versus FIU. I want Willie Simmons to win. I want to ride down there. I might go down there. I could ride down there. It's 3 hours if I drive, but I could fly down there and it's quicker. But yeah. Let's see. Miami and Florida, but Florida ain't nothing to me no more. Illinois play Indiana. That's a game. Georgia State played Vanderbilt. And remember, last year, Georgia State beat Vanderbilt, but I don't think they're going to do it this year. Arizona State played Baylor, but I don't think it's going to be like that. And Sam Houston at Texas. All we going to get on here and say is Sam Houston, Arch didn't really play that good. And then you got USC and Michigan State, so we'll see what that game look like. But, yeah, and then you got Colorado and Wyoming to end the night pretty much. Even though it's an 11 o'clock game with USC and Michigan, it's some late-night games. Jay Will, you say, I don't know, Cole and TC, I think Tulane could beat them, Jay Will. Ty, you say SEC going to win it all? Let me go back and look at the rankings. Hold on. Hold on. Let me tell you. Let me see. I'm going to say that thing going to come down to Ohio State, Oregon, and Penn State. I don't know where USC going to come in at. And Florida State going to have an opportunity in their conference. And the SEC, they got Georgia and LSU up the highest, but I just don't really know about. LSU ain't got no offense. I ain't really watched Georgia. They scored a lot of points, so I could say Georgia do got offense. So I say it come down to Georgia and Oklahoma. Because I really don't know what to think about Ole Miss right now. And Tennessee might see their way back in it. Yeah. Tennessee might see their way back in it. Ma, you say Georgia Tech looking good? Yeah, but I just can't. I don't know how to grade them. Yeah, Ty, Tennessee good. I got to see what they do. DB say the Buffs going to be in the mix. Just wait and see. I want them to. I want them to, but, man, it ain't looking too pretty so far. I'm like 3 hours. But I can get on a flight and get there in an hour and some change. Or drive 3 hours and drive 3 hours back. That's 6 when I can just and be good. Pat, you say Coach need to put back in K-Salt. He gonna do it. He gonna do it. It feel like he gonna do it. DM, you say the UConn, yeah. Now Miami feel like the team might could win it all. Miami feel like the team that could win it all. Ohio State, I feel like Ohio State could be there in the Final Four. Miami could be there in the Final Four depending on how Miami and Florida State go. Oregon and Ohio State and Penn State gonna have to battle that thing out. Florida State and Miami gonna have to battle that thing out. I think Oklahoma, Georgia, and Tennessee gonna have to battle it out. And the group of 5 school that could get in could be Tulane, South Florida, FIU. I'm just telling y'all. I know y'all gonna be like, Jack, what's happening? Probably K-Salt. Probably. But they could pull out Ryan. So it's just, it's finna get real now. It's the nitty-gritty. Okay, you say I also think CU will lose a lot of players to the portal. I don't know. We gotta get to winning. Oh, you say K Salt should start. Need more creative runs. They could take some from Georgia Tech. Reach, you say you from Miami or FIU? Or am I for them? Uh, well, overall, I like the state of Florida, right? So I like to see any of my state of Florida schools balling out and make it up there where all the nation talking about it because I'm from Florida. But right now, yes, I like Miami and I like FIU. But I personally like FIU because of Willie Simmons. And wherever he go, we gonna follow. We gonna ride that out with him. Froggy, you said train and develop K-Salt to get him right. Well, you ain't got but a couple more weeks with him, man. This pretty much is what it is. So, y'all, at the end of the day, Willie Simmons is a coach. That his name, he keeps winning. His name gonna get louder and louder for jobs. Now, will it coming over for UCLA or Virginia Tech? Probably call him, but maybe not loud enough. If the South Florida coach keep winning and he decides to leave, South Florida gonna surely be calling Willie Simmons. If Miami take a nasty turn, Miami might call for Willie Simmons. Willie Simmons just a big-time coach, y'all. They gonna all be calling for him. But look, I'll be back on later tonight, and we're gonna ride out some more. Listen, I got a lot to talk about. It's been a lot going on in college football, but Willie Simmons is a coach, y'all. I'ma keep y'all up with him, but that boy like that. That boy like that, y'all. He can go to Penn State. That's why I don't know what Penn State really about. Because he did this off of January to now. Imagine you gave him, man, get him one of them big boy schools. Give him Penn State and see what he do. Give him a North Carolina job. Give him a Virginia Tech job and watch what he do. But, you know, it is what it is. They play on these name games, but I guarantee you Willie Simmons' name gonna go up, up, up. But, hey, I'll be back on